Last year, some rumors started to spread regarding that Mirror's Edge 2 was in development, but that the project got scrapped by EA because of how they didn't like the forming of the game's development progression and its lack of multiplayer. This week, however, a rumor is yet again circling around, stating that Mirror's Edge 2 is in fact in the works. As a confirmation of this, Ben Cousins, a Swedish developer and former Electronic Arts employee, said that the game is no rumor, but in fact a reality. To add on that, EA's game vice president Patrick Söderlund also confirmed for an interview on official Xbox magazine that they don't want DICE to become a Battlefield-only factory, and stated that there are other projects in the works within the studio. What we currently know for granted is that the studio has been working hard on releasing Battlefield 3's DLC, newest of them being Aftermath. We must not forget about the announcement of Battlefield 4 and that the beta is aimed to arrive late next year with a locked-in release date no later than March 2013. There is no doubt that DICE is having much work lately, but having a studio with roughly 300 people gives you the ability to have multiple ongoing projects, and while Mirror's Edge didn't sell the 3 million copies it was aimed for, it did manage to sell 2 million copies, so it wouldn't be a surprise if a sequel may be on the way. We're keeping our fingers crossed.
Organic hordes rally, refusing to recognize our supremacy.
Executive producer Casey Hudson at BioWare seems to love Twitter to interact with his fellow Mass Effect fans. It wasn't long ago where he tweeted asking the fans for suggestions on what they would like to see in a new Mass Effect game. This week, however, Casey asked if a game taking place after or before the trilogy would be better through a tweet which followed as, "Praising through your thoughts on Mass Effect game. Would you be more interested in a game that takes place before the trilogy or after?"
Mankind is no more. A casualty of the eternal war between angels and demons. But in the realms where those beings dwell, man still has one last hope.
It isn't a secret that THQ have been struggling on the economical side. The poor sales and high production costs that are put on their games are really starting to give away its negative sides. It seems that troubles are haunting them, as after the announcement this week that 3 of their games that are currently in development would be delayed, mainly South Park, Metro Last Night and Company of Heroes, didn't actually follow up with any positive results. After the company's announcement, the market didn't react very well on this news, which resulted in that THQ stock lost nearly half of its value. As if the company wouldn't have enough problems, their executive vice president and chief financial officer Paul Pucchino decided to leave the company after nearly 4 years. THQ have really acknowledged the fact that they are in a big trouble and said in an announcement that they're currently in negotiations with a financial sponsor whose name is unknown for the time being. Let's hope that the negotiations are nearing its end, because as it stands now, it seems that Wells Fargo are starting to lose its patience, as they gave the company a $50 million loan and gave the time to fix the troubles until January 15 next year. After that, Wells Fargo will decide whether to keep loaning money to the company.
With the all-new Wii U, this is how you will play next.
Wii U launched in North America on Sunday at $300 for an 8GB basic model and $350 for a 32GB deluxe version. And Nintendo of America's president Reggie Fils-Aimé said in an interview with Mercury News this week that they have made more hardware available to retailers than with the original launch of Wii U, and aim to sell 5.5 million units of hardware in this current fiscal year. The most interesting fact that got revealed within the interview was that Nintendo are in fact selling the new system at a loss, but it will turn to profit as soon as the customers buys one piece of software. It can seem as a weird move from Nintendo's side, as it was known that most of their profit came from Wii's hardware sale and not software. Nintendo claimed to have a big audience with a variant taste in games, and there is no doubt about that, but there is no denying that the company has had troubles to bring top quality titles to Wii, and the system suffered in general lack of games. We can finally start to see that Nintendo have learned from their mistakes and have really raised their awareness towards this problem, which can be noticed by their actions by bringing games such as Mass Effect 3, Bayonetta 2, Assassin's Creed 3, Black Ops 2 and much more to Wii U. Have Nintendo started taking action a little too late? Or is there still hope of getting the core gamers back on the system? Only time will tell, as the system comes to Europe and Australia on November the 30th and will launch in Japan on December the 8th. Not even a week has passed since the release of the latest installment from the Hitman franchise, Hitman Absolution, and there is already information coming out that Agent 47 hasn't had enough. There are already plans to start developing the next game. IO Interactive, the father of Hitman, the developer of the Hitman Absolution, said in an interview with the official PlayStation magazine that the next game development will not be made within their studio, but by Square Enix Montreal. Absolution director Tor Blistad said that this change has a chance of giving the franchise a fresh perspective, as the game would be in the hands of Square Enix Montreal, but they gave a clear statement that it will be still monitored by IO Interactive. That's it for this week in gaming. For more video gaming related content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
And built a vast and intricate world. Now it's in your hands. 47 is back.